Hello guys and welcome back to Tower of Blue, my one chunk Iron Man account. The account started at the Tower of Life. It was quite an easy chunk, I would say, and then we rolled into the monastery, which was quite an unassuming chunk, but it does have the Clock Tower dungeon, which is where we left off last episode. In the Clock Tower dungeon are these ogres, and on their drop table is the collection log of the curved bone. It's a 1 in 5,000 drop rate. I still think we're gonna get it before then. My original guess was around 3,000. Maybe that's copium, but hey, I can dream. We'll see. If you're unfamiliar with the series, we do have the block system. I do go into some depth on it in episode 1, so go and check that out. But essentially, it's like Slayer blocking. The account was born with one block available. We can use that block to skip, basically, any single task that we want to block. Once we use the block, we cannot get it back, so you can't just go back and redo the task that you initially blocked and get it back. Once it's used, it is gone. However, we can earn more blocks by completing 3 chunks in a row. For the terms of the block system, completing 3 chunks just means completing every task that we were given when we initially rolled the chunk. So backlog tasks don't count, it's just when we roll a chunk, we're given a list of tasks to do, we complete those, the chunk is considered complete. Ogres, curved bone, 1 in 5,000, are we gonna get it? I guess you'll just have to watch this episode and find out for yourself. Welcome to my chunk locked account. I must complete every possible task in a single square on the RuneScape map before I can move on to the next one. It's time to experience everything old school RuneScape has to offer, one chunk at a time. I think I'm going to go back to the Steel Spear rather than the Iron Sword. If you did see the last episode, we moved from the Steel Spear to the Iron Sword with the thought process that we could train strength individually rather than the shared XP of the spear, which should increase DPS over time. But in reality, the Steel Spear is just the best DPS weapon we have, and I think it just makes the most sense to use it. I'll keep a hold of the Iron Sword and the Bronze Square Shield for now while I have the inventory space, but if we decide to stick with the Steel Spear, I'll end up dropping it. Ooh, a genie. Okay, don't mind that. Take the lamps. If you saw the last episode, you'll know that lamps were fairly high up on my tier list. We are putting them into Hunter, and that is a level 4. Every level we get just means the lamps give more XP, which is great. Let's see how high we can get on this grind. Oh, I thought that was a Leo random event. From that angle from behind, I saw the balding head. Oh man, we need a Leo to get rid of some of this stuff, but hey, I'll take the strength potion. It'll speed up a couple of kills. Really not that useful, to be honest. Oh, another one. I don't know how many of these we're going to get. I mean, it's to be expected. They're 1 in 400. The curved bone's 1 in 5,000. So you'd expect us to get a few of these, but it baits me every time. I really should change the loot beam color so it doesn't bait me as hard every single time, but hey, another one, add to the collection, just means we have 1 less inventory slot now. It is what it is. Oh, another genie. That was a few back-to-back, actually. I wonder if that's going to be another level, actually. Let's see. Hunter, 40 XP. Yeah, I believe it is. Yes, level 5. That's great. That's great. We need like level 27 or 28, so we're miles away, but hey, slow but steady. Before we continue, this video is sponsored by, honestly, one of my favorite online services ever, Factor 75. Factor is a meal delivery service that delivers fresh, chef-prepared meals to your door. Factor removed every ounce of stress from my life regarding food. They have a huge selection of nutritious meals that are genuinely delicious. There's no way I can prepare food that tastes this good myself, and I can be satisfied knowing that what I'm eating is good for me and fits my needs. Simply select your dietary requirements, whether it's keto, low carb, low calorie, they've got you covered. From there, select how many meals per week you'd like to receive, and then you can select the meals that get delivered to your door. You can even see the full nutrition facts so you can keep track of exactly what you're eating. Deciding what I want to eat went from being one of the most stressful parts of my week to one of the most enjoyable. My personal favorite is the truffle butter chicken and mushroom risotto. It's actually amazing. No prep, no cooking, no cleanup. Use my link in the description, and as long as you live in the US, you'll receive 50% off your first box and free shipping. If you've ever wanted to support my channel, using my link is genuinely the best way to do so. And with that, let's get back to the ogres. Oh, wow, I didn't even know that was coming. I'm so mindlessly just killing ogres that I'm not even really, like, tracking the levels anymore. But 50 prayer is pretty nice, considering we started at, like, 43 or whatever it was. Not bad at all. Level 50. That's a defense level, and that's 80 combat as well, which is honestly pretty sick. I mean, we're not getting anywhere near as much combat XP as I might have thought. It's only like 240 XP per kill, but hey, 80 combat, that's reasonably impressive, I think, for the gear that we're using right now. Not bad. Ooh, a Captain Arnav. Now, pretty useless. I'm going to kill this ogre first, and then, in fact, no, I'm not. Let's just follow me. Let's do it. Pretty useless for almost everybody, but there is one thing on here that I kind of want. We have every single equipment slot filled apart from the necklace slot, and this guy can give you a gold necklace, which is totally pointless, but it would be a nice little win, I think, on this monotonous grind. So let's see, please. Oh my god, it is as well. That's so awesome. Like I say, absolutely useless, totally pointless. But that's every single equipment slot filled, other than shield, of course, but that's because we're choosing to use the two-handed weapon. And damn, that's actually kind of sick. Why is it so, like, flat and weird like that? But it kind of looks like I'm using, like, gold-trimmed robes. I don't mind that. I take that. I take the small victories here. Oh, another one, of course, to be expected. At this point, I feel like I should just montage Silent rather than showing you every single longbone and level.
Tower of Blue is on a grind. It's nothing new, he's gotta find a bone that's round, right on the ground. But knowing his luck, he's gonna get fucked. Tower of Blue is on a quest. When will it end? He has a guess. Around 3K ogres to slay, but he is wrong. It's gonna be long. Tower of Blue will never escape. This is the truth. Sorry to say, it's gonna take 4 times the rate. That's how it goes. He's dry as a bone.
No way. What is, oh my god, that was like the one time that the light beam didn't actually bait me. Oh, it's done. I don't even know what to think. I've been doing this for so long. Oh my god, it's done. It's actually done. I can't believe it. Look at the inventory, full of longbones, full of seeds. I'm lost for words. Oh my god, look at that in my inventory. Oh, wow. I need to add up how many kills that was. Oh my god, I gotta be careful not to bury this thing. I should change the left click on that, like, right away. That is definitely gonna end in tears. Oh, this is how I feel right now. The face of this mask is how I feel. Happy, but kind of dead inside. Guys, it's actually done. It took way longer than it probably should have. It's over. It's over. We can move on. Finally. We've been stuck in these 2 chunks for the longest time, but we can finally leave. The final KC was 6,186, so just a little bit dry. Not too bad, kind of respectable, and these are the stats. We were working on defense to round it up to 70 with the rest of them. Got up to 85 combat. 51 prayer, not bad. We got a Bob random, which got us up to 7 fishing. 6 hunter from all the lamps, not too bad. And 40 thieving just from Gummy alone. Just from Gummy. This is the inventory. You can see all the different types of seeds we picked up. We dropped a lot of the kind of more useless ones, but I kept all of the herb seeds. So a bunch of Renars and Snapdragons, which is awesome. And of course, you can see all of the longbows as well. We actually have a couple more that are in the bank. We did get a Leo event pretty early into the grind. But the curved bone, that was all we needed. It was all we needed. A couple 100 hours it took, but man, we did it. Let's move on. I figured we'd do a very brief recap. So welcome all. If you're unfamiliar with this area of the game, this is the Tower of Life, also known as, of course, the Tower of Blue. Yeah, we started in this chunk. This is where it all began. Right here at the Tower of Life. Absolutely crazy. Core memories here. The first chunk was quite easy. We didn't have a lot to do. We had to get a Staff of Fire, that kind of thing. The Staff of Fire is dropped by this fella right here, the Necromancer. If anyone remembers episode 1, when we released a horde of zombies on the town of Ardoyne. Imps we killed a lot of, but the MVP of this chunk, the MVP, Gummy himself. Black Eye, doesn't even matter. Didn't even change his left click. The guns, no fingers, didn't change their left click. It's all about Gummy. Absolute Chad. And then we rolled into this chunk, the monastery chunk. It looked quite unassuming at first when I first rolled into it. Didn't think there was going to be much to do. There was a couple of quests. There was the Monk's Friend quest, very easy. And also the Clock Tower is over here as well. We were able to do the Clock Tower quest, which was really cool. Purple Dye over here, who remembers the purple cape. That was a whole thing. There's some goblins around the corner here. That's where we got the cape. But down this hallway here is where we've been stuck for some time. It's been a couple of months now. It's been a couple of months. Probably could have done it a little bit faster. Don't get me wrong. These guys here, the ogres, have the long bones and the curved bone. The curved bone is a 1 in 5,000. That is what we were stuck with. And man, this place it feels like a second home. This area, I'm just so used to seeing it. It's honestly, it feels weird. Now, I got the curved bone and logged off immediately and set up the stream. So I feel like we have to test for the back-to-back, right? We have to test for the back-to-back, surely. We gotta try it out. We gotta try it out. Back-to-back? No back-to-back. In this cage here is the dungeon rat. We had to kill that guy about 7,000 times. That was a forgotten grind, eh? I forgot that even existed. It feels like so long ago. But no, we had to kill the dungeon rat about 7,000 times for 58 cooking. We bloody well did it, man. We bloody well did it. And look at the stats. Nothing crazy, nothing that impressive. I thought I would get much higher stats from this grind than we actually did. We didn't really end up with that high stats. I mean, if you do the maths, I think it's about 240, 240-ish XP per ogre. And we killed about 6,000. So it's honestly not a huge amount of XP. Dude, absolutely nuts. This potato, this one random potato, it didn't actually help in the end, but it could have done. It could have saved us like 20 hours, this one potato. There was a whole 15-minute video on this one damn potato plant. It's actually done. Now, people ask me all the time, most common question, what chunk are you most looking forward to, and what chunk are you the most scared for? Well, let's have a brief look, shall we? This chunk is not rollable, of course. Sailing is not yet a thing, and I can't swim, so that's not a thing. Which is fine. Other than that, we have the battlefield. Not a lot going on in the battlefield, I'll be honest. There are some cool-ish drops. You can kill the tortoises, and that's about it. They drop the pink robes. I think a full pink setup would be absolutely sick. A fight arena, it's the fight arena. There's not a whole lot going on. East Ardy, kind of interesting. Not a lot going on. There's some thieving to do, a couple of diary tasks, I believe. I probably want this more than anything. But not really any particular reason. I mean, there are reasons. The bank is huge. I need a bank. Guys, I need a bank real bad. There also are the stores. There's some thieving stuff. There's the Knight of Ardy, so it's kind of like a guaranteed money maker, which is, you know, super nice. We do need that. There are some scary things in here. There's the Ardy rooftop, which is 90 agility, but it won't be a task yet because I have no way of training agility. So we're kind of all good in that department. Construction cape, similar thing. We have no way of trading construction, so it's scary that that would be unlocked, but however, it is one chunk away from this guy here, Witchhaven, which has the Witchhaven dungeon, which has the Smoldering Stone. Very scary. Now, if you're unfamiliar with my series, I know there are many, many chunk accounts. It's hard to keep track. I have the block system. You may have heard it, you may have not. Basically, it's kind of like Slayer blocking. I have a block available right now that I can use whenever I want on a certain task. Once I complete 3 chunks fully, I unlock a new block. And once I use a block, it's gone. We have to use it tactically, right? So the Witchhaven Smoldering Stone grind is likely to be a target for the block. So we got to be careful about how we use it. That's why we didn't use it on the curved bone. And then the last one is Pork Hazard. Equally as terrifying. Look at all these tasks that we get to finish. 12 out of 13 complete. Wield the steel weapon. Bake a pita bread. That took like 80 hours for a pita bread. But we did it. Dye a cape, which we did, and then we got the original cape back. Chopping and burning willows. I kind of even forgot we did that. It was so long ago. Completing the quest. Blah, blah, blah. Obtain a long bone. We did that very early on. But obtain a curved bone. My God, does it feel good to click this button. 3, 2, 1. Oh, why though? Why, like, it was a 1 in 5. Let's look at the positives here. You're all saying it. There is, in fact, a bank. Not to be underestimated. Take me there, Port Hazard. Take me there. But let's have a look. Let's have a look at the tasks. I haven't even looked yet. So we need 30 defense, which we have, and wield a willow shield. How do you get said willow shield? I didn't want to open the wiki. We're gonna fletch it. Uh-oh. I don't know if I love the idea of that. Fletching is scary. How's our general store? So there's a general store and a trading post. Dude, we can buy things. 55 mining. I should have looked at these. I feel like most chunk men look at their surrounding chunks and kind of figure out what's going on and what's on the horizon. I just haven't really done that. So that 55 mining is news to me. I had no idea. I can buy a bronze pickaxe from the general store, and I gotta get 55 mining to mine mithril rocks. Diary task 5, which is go out fishing on the fishing trawler. Fine. Yeah, so fishing is not a task because we don't have the fishing level to even get XP. What is it, like 15 fishing to get XP on the trawler? So we don't have to do it, which is beautiful. And you better believe if I see Bob the cat rolling around, he's getting dismissed every time. And you can call me, you know, I don't know, whatever the word is. Call me whatever you want. I don't care. I'm not doing it. I'm not touching the trawler. All right, I'm not touching it. No, this is not that bad, guys. You know what? I was worried at first, but I'm not. It's not that bad. Once we do unlock some level of fishing method, then that is obviously going to be an issue to some degree. But man, look at, we have chunks now. We're not just stuck to these 2 chunks. Guys, I'm absolutely gassed. Well, let's stop fooling around and let's get over there, no? Oh, look at that. And we got Kono here waiting for me. Well, we got some more compost over here. Doesn't really help me. Can you sit on that bench? Oh, you can't. Jagex, why? Here's the rocks, which we will be investigating soon enough, I'm sure. What we got in here? I love exploring a new chunk. It's so exciting. I always like search everything. There's nothing in here though. We have a bank, guys, and we have items in it. Oh, this is going to be a satisfying click of a button right here. This is going to be a satisfying click of a button. Get out of here. Oh, it feels so good. we still have the 25 GP. I will, of course, drop the 25 GP. It seems fair. It seems fair. Port Hazard, obviously has the fishing trawler, both terrifying and also not. I don't think there's anything up here. There's boxes, but I really don't think there's much to look at. Charter ships, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Look at all the stuff we can buy. A lot of it is very obscure. I always thought charter ships were very random. Very random. Like, raw rabbit. and just like all kinds of stuff. But hey, we can now start a banana collection, so that's kind of cool. I'll sell these. We really don't need them. There you go. Enjoy if anyone wants a ring and a necklace. So bronze axe is going to sell for 22 coins. That's robbery. Absolute robbery. I can get one for free as well, by the way, if I kill, I think it's goblins. But I don't want to do that. Knife is 8. Okay, we will do that. Bucket, I don't need. Rope, hammer, chisel. Don't need a tinderbox. She is not going to be useful. Jugs, not useful. Pot, not useful. Bronze pickaxe for a singular GP. Fabulous. Let's get all that put in the bank. Should we do a game of fishing trawler? How do you do this again? It's been so long. Do I have to like talk to him or something? We may well be doomed. This is probably not a good idea. Oh, here's the interface. Use an axe to fend off the Kraken attacks. Use a hammer to fix the railings. Use a rope to repair the net. Use swamp paste to repair the leaks. All else fails, you can try and bail the water. Alright, bet. Where are we right now, Tower of Blue? Huh? Where are we? This is, you know, a long way from home. Look at this, we're contributing, boys. Well, that was a quick task complete. Let's move on to something else. I'm not sure what. Why don't we start with some mining? You know, why don't we just start off with a nice, chill little bit of mining? Well, I was gonna say the first mining XP on the account. It's not, because Tutorial Island is a thing that exists. All right, I got 15 mining, and we can now switch over to iron. I don't know how much faster iron's going to be in the long run, and I am going to bank all of the iron as well. There are some chunks that have smithing grinds in, so it might be worthwhile keeping a hold of everything. It's going to add a little bit of time to the grind, but realistically, this chunk actually isn't going to take that long, which is super awesome. But that is where I'm going to leave this episode. It's been a long time coming. I apologize for the delays, but I hope you did all enjoy this episode. I'm working on both this series and AI Cape simultaneously, and I stream it all here on this channel as well. So make sure you swing by, make sure you subscribe with your notifications turned on so you can find out when we will be streaming. We also have a Discord as well, which gives all the updates and things like that. And there was a prize for guessing the correct KC of the curved bone, which was won by X, and he won himself 83 mil. So make sure you join the Discord, because we're bound to host other events similar to that. I look forward to seeing you all there, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next episode. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.